Alright guys, what is going on? How y'all doing on this Monday evening? This is the Club of the Man 1993. This is going to be a very, very quick live review of Smackdown from this past Friday. The September 30th, 2022 edition that took place in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Home of Le Champion of Ring of Honor, Chris Jericho. This is going to be a very, very quick review because Raw is in like 18 minutes, and I actually am intrigued to see the show, of course. So I'm going to move kind of quick. Sorry this review took so long, just, even though I was off work all week last week, I was just busy doing other things, as always. So, squeezing it in before Raw. It's not going to be too long. There's not really too many noteworthy things to talk about this episode of SmackDown. It was solid for what it was. It was impacted because there were several members of the SmackDown roster who was not able to make it out of Florida because of Hurricane Ian. So I think, they had to work with what they had to work with. And I think what they did was fine. Even, of course, the guys from Raw that they had to bring over, I was okay with that. So I didn't take into account from AEW's past Wednesday. I said it was a very heavy New Japan and Ring of Honor show. That I didn't take into account that they were also impacted by the travels due to Hurricane Ian as well. So I wasn't too. I thought from what they had to work with, it was solid. But this will be a very quick review. I mean, I do see people in the live chat. I appreciate you guys. I may not get to you guys though, but I do thank you guys though for peeking in the live chat. If I have a few minutes after I just run down the show really quick, maybe I'll check out the live chat really quick. But make sure to stick around. Like I said, I want to watch Raw, but I want to get caught up also. So let's roll in there, and thank you though to JR and Tyler for joining us live. Let me see here, but yeah. So like I said, the show was impacted by a lot of Raw wrestlers being on this show because a lot of the SmackDown roster was stuck in Florida and couldn't travel due to Hurricane Ian. And also thoughts and prayers go out to those whose lives were impacted by the hurricane as well. The match opened up with a match between Ricochet and Madcap Moss versus the Bloodline, Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa. Again, Solo Sikoa has been taken under the wing of Sami Zayn since he got called up to the main roster. And of course, last week we had Sami Zayn officially being honored as a secondary Uso by Roman Reigns, which everybody likes, of course, except for main event Jey Uso, who just still despises Sami. I could see right through you. But this match was solid. Again, I like how they're booking Ricochet. Madcap Moss, they're trying, but, I don't see anything too special about Madcap right now. Well, he is dating Tenille Dashwood, apparently, but, that's nice, but, but I thought the match was still solid. Towards the end of the match, Ricochet went for a suicide dive, but then when the referee wasn't looking, Solo Sikoa throws a chair at his face, and it takes out Ricochet, and then Sikoa hit his spinning solo Uranagi on Madcap Moss to win. Afterwards, though, the Bloodline beat down Madcap. Solo hammered him with headbutts and the ode to Ricochet over Sami's attempt to calm him down, as Sami was trying to, give him, chill out and whatnot. But that's probably just teasing the sides of, babyface Sami Zayn and regular and this heel Sami Zayn too as well. So we got all that. Afterwards, though, we have Sami and Solo going to enter the Bloodline's locker room with Sami giving him a pep talk. But of course, the door was locked and it gets unlocked. But who comes out? Jey Uso. He tells Solo to he can come in, but then he tells Sami he sees right through him, and if he thinks about putting the family in jeopardy, he'll get him. And Sami tells him to take it up with Roman Reigns, and then goes into the locker room himself. As Sami thinks he's got Roman Reigns in the palm of his hands. May not be the case down the line, but it's a tease. We also had a very, very nice vignette with Karrion Kross, calls Drew McIntyre out for pulling him out of darkness, and says Drew's been on top for a long time, and you have to send a guy like him to the hospital to keep him down. In Extreme Rules, he's going to take him to a point of absolutely no return. Which, again, the way they shoot his vignettes and whatnot is absolutely amazing. And he delivers the promos excellent, too. So, man, such a makeover from whatever the heck they had him on the main roster before he got released last year. But then Austin Theory appeared on the show, saying he's learned his lesson about ruined cash-ins, thanks to Lesnar and Fury. Then he also rants about how stupid he thinks Drew McIntyre is, in which McIntyre happened to be around, and then tells him to get in the ring right now. They have a match, but it didn't last too long because Theory had brought out Alpha Academy with him as backups, as it's been kind of like a little bit of a thing. And of course, McIntyre won by disqualification, and Johnny Gargano and Kevin Owens came out to make the save, setting up for a 6-man tag match in the main event later on the show. That was solid. It was solid for what it was. Like I said, I'm not going to complain too much about it because, again, they were bad into a corner because of the Hurricane Ian stuff, but it was solid for what it was. And then we have a segment with the Maximum Male Models, and then Max Dupree was walking around the backstage, and the models Max admits he's been disappointed in them, but they're going to make him proud when they win the title, but not the tag titles. But then they said, "Oh, not the tag titles. They're going to break the record for the longest pose for Canada." And they did that the rest of the show, and then right when they're about to break the record, Dupree just interrupted it, just knocked Mansois down, and says this ain't for him. And he rips off his belt that had the letter M on it. It made me think of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy when I saw that belt in SpongeBob. But I guess that's another big time tease that L.A. Knight is on his way back. I love it. I'd rather see L.A. Knight than the creepy Max Dupree. Again, you want to keep the Maximum Male Models? Fine. Maxine Dupree can take care of that. We can have L.A. Knight, though, do his own thing. We can. We also have Shotzi Blackheart cutting the promo. She has a match with Bayley later on in the show. She's not going to sit on the sideline. She's going to stick her nose and boots wherever she likes. And she's going to stomp all over Bayley later on. Hit Row then defeated Los Lotharios in a tag match. And then Ronda Rousey was being interviewed, she says, Hooters Barbie might think she's extreme, referring to Liv Morgan, because she can hold a kendo stick and jump through a table. She should have a Hattori Hanzo Katana, and Rousey would still kick her ass, basically. Basically, even with the bat, she'd kick her ass. And then Ronda then beat Natalya by submission. But afterwards, though, Liv came out with a baseball bat, stares down Ronda, and they try to brawl. Liv uses the bat with one knee and charges in, taking a big swing, but then Ronda ducks and Liv hits the post. Then Ronda hits a Piper's Pit to the floor, and the bat went flying into the ring. They had a tug of war over it, but then Liv ended up in the timekeeper's area. Security surrounded Ronda to tell her to, stop, don't even think about this. And then Ronda's like, I don't need a weapon, I'll see Extreme Rules. But then, of course, Liv chases down Ronda, and they pull apart brawl. Fine. The past 2 weeks, I like how they booked Liv better. Like I said, I still think Liv should not be a heel. I really don't. I mean, if she's a heel, she's going to be even worse than she was as a babyface. But if they book her kind of like this, she knows she has something to prove without losing all of her matches like Nikki Cross did when she was champion. That's more so how she needed to be booked in this situation. Not being delusional, thinking that she'd beaten Ronda twice. It's like, you didn't beat her, you got lucky. But yeah, we have that. There was a hype for the main event with Johnny, Kevin, and Drew backstage. Then Kevin, though, walked past at the Maximum Male Models, just like not being a fan of their posing. And then, of course, he even saw Sami Zayn chuckle and told Sami he needs a new shirt, whatnot. Still teasing that reunion between them. Shinsuke Nakamura also tried to ruin their pose after commercial break. Then we had this segment with Imperium and the Brawling Brutes. First, Imperium came out and said they exhibit none of the quantities. The Brawling Brutes exhibit none of the qualities of a champion. And next week, in the season premiere of SmackDown, Gunther will beat Sheamus again. He'll enjoy the look of defeat in his eyes when he breaks his spirit once and for all. Sheamus came out and tells Gunther how Gunther loves talking a big fight. Unfortunately, though, tonight, Ridge and Butch are stuck in Florida. But it's alright because the king of the bangers is here in Winnipeg and he'll kick all three of their heads right off their shoulders. To where Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci tries to rush him. And then, but Sheamus has a shillelagh and takes them out. And then he gets into the ring with Gunther. And then Sheamus dropped his shillelagh. And they start brawling. But then as Sheamus went for the bro kick, Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser come back and cut him off. And then Sheamus gets beaten down. Until, of course, when Imperium's walking away, Sheamus grabs the mic and goes and says, "Is that all you got?" So they went back and they beat him down yet again. There was that. Bayley had a promo who said that Shotzi loves to run her mouth, but ding dong hello, she's the one that pinned Bianca, and she's going to shut the Black Heart up all by herself because Dakota and Io were stuck in Florida as well. And she will beat Bianca by herself again at Extreme Rules in the ladder match. Then commentary informed us that Antonio Inoki passed away earlier that day. And then Corey Graves brings up his unrecognized WWE Championship reign. Rest in peace, Inoki. Inoki, I never really saw his work, but rest in peace, buddy. Then Bayley beat Shotzi with the Rose Plant. Afterwards, though, Bayley hit another Rose Plant, but then she hit another Rose Plant, and then she went underneath the ring, and she was going to do damage to Shotzi with the ladder. But then Bianca Belair came out to make the save. She went to hit the KOD on Bayley, but she slipped away. And that's when Max Dupree ruined the pose thing, and then we had the main event. And afterwards, Drew McIntyre whipped Austin Theory with the leather strap, teasing more of his strap match to come with him and Cross. That was SmackDown. Like I said, I thought it was solid. I think they did the best they could with this. Like I said, it was, again, I can't really, hold much over them because, again, they tried. They were just, they couldn't work with so many people because of the travel issues with Hurricane Ian. So I gave the show a B-, out of respect for all that. We have a few minutes to check the live chat really quick. JR says, when are you doing your Extreme Rules predictions and Daniel Cormier will be in that fight pit match as a special guest referee? I did hear that. I think I'll probably do those predictions either Thursday night or Friday after SmackDown. I'll probably do those. Tyler thought the show sucked. Why are Raw wrestlers doing on SmackDown? Like I said, the only reason why there was more people on SmackDown this week from Raw is because of the travel issues. And of course, it's typical Fire Horseface, Save Us Charlotte. Do you think Andrade El Idolo is going to WWE? Going to WWE? Rouge just signed his official deal with AEW. I don't think he's leaving, in my opinion. I don't think he's leaving. Tiger Show D-, should AJ Styles join Judgment Day? Nah, I don't think he needs to. AJ should go back and wrestle on SmackDown. He's wasted on Raw. Like I said, I think the only reason why he's still on Raw, as I keep hearing, is because he wants to be able to have weekends off to be with his kids. So I don't think he's going back to SmackDown, as I've always said. Would you rather have Chris Jericho in WWE instead of AEW? Oh, he would rather have Chris Jericho in WWE instead of AEW. I mean, at some point he's going to come back to WWE. I think he will come back at some point to WWE. It's typical split the world and tag titles. Drew should be in the world title. To be the world title, but nope, he's back to nothing again. Edge and Finn should be the Extreme Rules match, and Bianca and Bayley should be the I Quit match. I also still think that Matt Riddle and Seth Rollins should have been the Extreme Rules match, but I'll take the fight pit. I kind of want to throw a bit of a curveball for that Edge and Finn Balor match. I think Finn should win that, but we'll talk about that in my predictions. Every horseface match sucks. Bart Simpson shorts. Oh geez. Lives Joe Champion. Why is Shinsuke Nakamura in the title scene? He's not currently. Chris should leave AEW at WWE. Okay. But yeah, thank you guys for your stuff in the live chat. Again, sorry this was very, very quick. It was a very quick live review. Like I said, I wanted to watch Raw tonight, so I got a couple of things to do. So, hopefully, my next SmackDown review won't be as rushed, but it is what it is. Plus, there wasn't really anything too many things noteworthy to do. Noteworthy to talk about, but it wasn't horrible. Like I said, it was just, they only had so much to work with, So, but that does it, guys. I'm going to check out here now and go watch Raw. Maybe get a couple other things uploaded tonight. We'll see. But guys, what are your thoughts on SmackDown from this past week? Gave it a B-. Do you think was the show, solid for you, or did you not like it because of the impact of the travel issues due to Hurricane Ian? Make sure to leave your guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. Be sure as always to slap a like on the video, subscribe or contact my channel, follow me on Twitter as well at DemandAirBoy93. Until then, guys, I'm checking out. I'll catch you all later. Have a great rest of your night, and peace out, everybody.
No